Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
He's crossing. He's checking position. Mike 53.
Now the former Notre Damer. This is C.J. Prosise. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
25.
25.
10 yards on the pickup. Yo. Second and inches. Hey, the 27-yard line.
52. A second down carry for Prosise. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Go.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You go tight. You got tight.
What's left?
Prosise on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Front left.
Pick it up. That's it. 53. Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
53's the mark. 53.
Gun.
Come up the ball.
On first down, Prosise. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Touch 50. 25.
To throw is Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Go. guys. 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try and run down here with Procise. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it. This is Procise. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Howard. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Kill. 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Sproles. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Hey, high 7.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So
Sproles lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home.
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. 12. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic.
On third down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Sproles, the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Nice, sweetheart.
Sunday. Lefty.
Wentz going to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Go. 280.
Check. 42's the mic.
Gray 15.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz, right side, caught by Jackson. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Elliott puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. First half in the books. You're watching. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 20. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Go, go, go. Back, back, back. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll run it with Sproles. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Scampering home from 19 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check nickel. Good job right there. Good job right there. Off. 51, Mike. Mike, 51. One flip. Friday.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Watch the eye.
They run with Howard. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Pack man. 280.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
It's Ray 57.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go. 280. Run.
Here's Sproles. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Sproles. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And once again, they go with Sproles. He's got the first down and more inside the 40, the 20, 10, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 6-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. Check 13. Check.
On 1st and goal, Howard. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard taking it in as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Throwing now is Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Check three. Shift. Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Alert. Hey,
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go. Ready?
Here we go. 36.
On first down, Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Great.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. From the 27, Wentz throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A gain of 13, it's a first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play call to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light's still on for him.
12 more yards there and another first down. Throwing now is Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. Again, it's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run with Procise. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? And he whips that one incomplete there. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Go.
At the 47-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Got you, boy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz now to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. On 1st down, Wentz. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you.